Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in and watching. This is going to be a what's on my iPhone but jailbreak edition. So this is literally going to be me going through my jailbreak tweaks. I'm not actually going to go through my apps because I will do a separate, normal what's on my iPhone video. So I'm going to just run through the tweaks so you can actually see on my lock screen. I will just talk through them, and then once I open up the phone I will show you what each of them are. So this right here where it says Roseanne, it's Thursday the 14th of May at 2:24 is a iWidget. All of the hearts and stuff you see are not included in that. That's just part of my wallpaper background. Up here is my signals, so that's just normal phone signal, that's Wi-Fi signal, and that's my battery. Where it says Rosebud, that is a tweak called Zeppelin, and that just allows you to change the carrier text. My phone looks quite clear at the top and the bottom because I've used another tweak to remove, the notification and the control settings grabber. And where you can see down here where it's kind of a fingerprint moving about, that's just called lock lift, and if I press my fingerprint it registers my fingerprint and opens up the phone. So that's just kind of a cool tweak. So also here where you can again see my time and the date, that's another iWidget. So if I put the phone into jiggle mode, you can see it's all one thing, and you just move it about and position it where you want it. So how you open up iWidget, you just select a blank space on your phone, and then it brings up the list of iWidgets you have in your phone, and you store iWidgets through iFile, which I will show at a later part in the video. As you can see, I've got quite a lot because I like to change them out a lot, and I downloaded most of them from an old female. Her name was Steph. She's kind of just vanished, but she used to post a lot, so I kind of saved them to my Dropbox, and whenever I re-jailbreak a new phone I just re-download them. And then also other females also share and make iWidgets, and a lot of them, such as the alien ones at the top, are just downloaded from Cydia. So if I just show you, for example, the Google bar, that's kind of something that a lot of Android phones have. So you just click add, and as you can see, it's brought up a Google bar. Again, if you press it, okay, I'll press on the icon and bring it into jiggle mode, and then it allows you to position the widget anywhere you want. And if you want to get rid of it, you again just put the phone into jiggle mode, and then you just remove it. And in order to get the iWidget on the lock screen, as you saw I had, just go into settings, and I'll show you what tweak that is. It's called Lock HTML, and the most updated one for iOS 8 and above is Lock HTML 4. And you just go in, you click enable, you click select widget, and then again it brings up your list of iWidgets, and you choose what widget you want. Widget position, background touch disabled, and that means that once it's set, you can't move the widget. If you uncheck that, then again it will allow you to move the widget around the screen like you saw with the Google bar. And if you click above notifications, when you get like a text message or something on the lock screen, the widget will show, the notifications will show behind the widget, which I don't really like, so that's unticked. And then it's also quite cool, it gives you the option to hide lock screen elements. So this is what I'm using to hide the control center grabber, the notification grabber. As you can see, I also didn't have any slide to unlock text, remove that. And where it says hide clock view, that is, the normal clock that comes with the iPhone lock screen, or if you want to keep the clock and just get rid of the date that comes underneath, you can also do that. Widget actions, it will fade while you're scrolling through notifications, or fade while you're charging, or fade when you bring up the control center. So yeah, there's just a lot of options you can miscellaneous settings, disable overlay blur, so when you get a notification, the blur is still there but it's not as strong, or it gets rid of the blur so it doesn't blur your background. Or you can disable overlay tint. I only really do that if I'm using a dark theme. otherwise I can't really read my notifications. But yeah, that's lock HTML. And then this is Zeppelin. I was showing you, you can't really see it on this screen, but where it said Rosebud up there. Again, you just enable the Zeppelin. And then this is my list of Zeppelins I have. The ones that are, this says Dream Big, this says Have Faith, this says Live Life. These are still actually images, but it's just someone custom made them for me. And then you can have the apple, you can have a cloud, infinity sign, I've got a Hello Kitty one, I've got a pink bow. These again are different Rosebud ones. So that's Zeppelin. And what else did I show you on the lock screen? Yeah, and lock glyph. You can choose the behavior. So again, you enable lock glyph. You can enable the unlock sound when you know, if you slide to unlock, it's got a sound, so you can enable that sound, but I've just taken it off. Can unlock immediately as soon as the fingerprint is recognized. It vibrates for failed unlock and shakes the fingerprint. Appearances, you can go into Cydia and choose different themes. I've just got their default one, which is the fingerprint, but this is like a BMW sign. So you can have the idle color, so that's what color it is when there is no fingerprint on it, and then that's the color when it's scanning your fingerprint. And then here you can change the position of where you want the fingerprint to show up. So if you want it in the middle of the screen, at the bottom, you kind of fiddle around with that. So that's lock glyph. I'm also going to show you, if I bring up the notification center now, sorry, the control center now, as you can see, my toggles on my control center are quite a bit different, and already I've got 5 here instead of, I think it's 4 on the normal iPhone. I can't even remember. But here I've got, so this is mobile data, and I just have that switched off when I'm at home because it's just burning data for no reason. This is the switch on and off Wi-Fi. This is quite cool. It kills all background apps. I already did it before starting this video, so I only had one app, but that just saves time instead of having to go into Task Viewer and sliding up one by one. This is rotation lock on and off. This will screenshot the phone. And then what's even more exciting is you can scroll across and have loads. So I've got about, I don't know, 26 or something toggles. So that's Bluetooth, location services, airplane mode. This is quite cool. This is if you're jailbroken, then you know you respring your phone a lot, so you can just do it through the control center. That will do a hard reboot on the phone or soft reboot. Nighttime mode, this is also cool. It will clear the badges. That's why I don't have 1,000,001 badges on the screen, because some people think that makes them look popular. I think it just looks stupid. This is takes off auto lock on and off. I might take it off for the video actually. That will lock the phone. And yeah, so just a whole bunch of different things, and that will shut down the phone. That is CC Control Center. What other tweets do I have on here? So Activator is kind of, I call it a background tweak because I never really actually go in and use it, but some tweaks use Activator to allow you to do things. So for example, on iWidget, where I have to press a blank space on the phone to bring up iWidget, it's probably correlated with Activator to say, where it says tap and hold, maybe iWidget is like correlated with that, if you understand what I mean. Alkaline is another battery theme. I'm not actually using it at the moment. I use that more because in iOS 7 your battery couldn't really theme like it could before in iOS 6. But these are like some of the different themes, Bolus, Habisha. Okay, and the next tweak is Anchor. You'll just enable it in settings, and all Anchor does really, well not all because it's quite a good tweak, but basically it's basically how I have my phone laid out, icons laid out. So basically what it does, it's a replacement for grid lock from the older jailbreak days, and it lets you place icons literally anywhere you want on the page. So that's Anchor, pretty simple and self-explanatory. CC settings, is what I showed you for all these toggles. Cloaky is what I use to get up here where it has the date and time. And Cloaky also allows you to hide a lot of elements on the phone. So, for example, if in the control center I wanted to take off brightness because I don't use it a lot. So if I lift it up, you can see you've got the brightness toggle there. And then if I take it off, scroll up, the brightness toggle will be gone. So that's Cloaky. So for the status bar, I enable it, time format enabled. I've got my language, which is English, but they have a whole bunch. And then this is the format I'm using, the date, the date, and 24-hour clock. And then if you do format document, it actually shows you. So for example, if you wanted the month to show up in full, you put 4 capital M's. If you wanted the year show up in full, you'd put Y. You know, use the format document part of the tweak. It actually shows you how to set things. So that's Cloaky. Color bar is a tweak I use to make sure that my signals are actually showing in color and not just black and white, but I'm not actually using it at the moment because I'm using another tweak called EKG signals, and that seems to be working fine on its own. And that is just the settings I have for it. I'm not really going to go through the settings because if I'm being truthful, I don't understand them myself, and I just used a picture that someone else posted of their settings. Crash Reporter is quite a cool tweak. I'll go into it from the home page. Basically, if you're jailbroken, you know there's times if you're like testing out new tweaks or new themes and respringing your phone a lot, that your springboard may crash. So Crash Reporter just shows you what has crashed your phone. If it had the tweak iWidget showing up as, you know, 10 out of 10 times, you know that iWidget is what's causing your phone to crash, so you can just go into Cydia and delete it. So that's what I use Crash Reporter for. It's a really good tweak. Colourful Keyboard Pro is what I have to change my keyboard. You can see that my keyboard is, like I said, I'm using 2 themes at the moment, and one of the ones where the signals are set is an older theme, so it came with colour keyboard images for when that tweak was actually working, so I'm just using that for the background. So that's Colour Keyboard Pro. You go into it, you enable it. In order to get the background, you have to click Enable Background Image, and then you click Background Image here and here, and as you can see, that's what I've got them set to. And you can change the saturation of the colours, the brightness, you can change the key colours, etc. Effects Plus is actually a camera tweak. You can see the effects here at the bottom. If you click that, it just brings up a whole bunch of effects. So you've got circular, whole, don't know why you would want that one, but yeah, so it's quite a cool tweak. And then Ruby Lock is another tweak where you can put widgets, but I'm not actually using that at the moment. Hide Me 8, I haven't, I need to delete that because basically that was another tweak that lets you hide elements on the front. Between Springtomize and Lock HTML, it kind of hides what I want to hide on the lock screen and the note and my home page, so I can delete that. Icon Renamer, you just enable it there, and basically when the phone is in jiggle mode, you click music. So for example, if I did Twitter, you just double tap it and I could change that to like tweet or something. Apply, come out of it, and you can see that's changed from Twitter to tweet. InfiniDock is quite a cool tweak actually. So it allows you to change how many icons you want to show in your dock, and then basically it gives you an unlimited dock. So for example, if I was to add a couple of these folders in my dock, right? As you can see, it just slid the icons across. So you slide over, you know, it extends the dock basically. And obviously, if I had all of these icons up here in the dock, you would just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Your phone would stay on the same page, but you can just scroll across the dock. So that's what I like InfiniDock for. Lockify Pro again is another one that allows you to hide lock screen elements. Again, that's another one that I can delete because Lock HTML does it all for me. Message Customizer allows you to customize your messages, so you just enable it. For your SMS bubbles, you can choose the color and opacity, text color, same for iMessage bubbles. If you scroll down, you can change the text color as well. So that's Messages Customizer. Springtomize Free is like the ultimate tweak. This is a staple tweak for any jailbroken device. You can literally do anything. So if I go to icons, for example, you can disable wiggling. So it disables the wiggling animation that occurs after long pressing. So if you're in, you know, jiggle mode, as I like to call it, where you're deleting an app or rearranging it, if that's something that pisses you off, for example, disable it. You can disable uninstall. So if, I don't know, you're someone who has your phone in your pocket but doesn't lock it, or you just find that your phone unlocks really easily and sometimes deletes apps, then you can disable uninstall. You can adjust the transparency of your icons. So say if you want them a bit more transparent so you can still see your wallpaper in the background, you can do that. And the more left you put it, the more transparent they are. The more right you put it, the more opaque they are. You can change the label font size. You can change badge text colors or badge background colors. You can hide icons, so you can hide newsstand. I usually hide the Springtomize icon and just use it from settings, and then you can actually choose icons that you don't use, just wasting space on your home screen. So you can do, I used to do it for stock icons actually, but now I just shove them in a folder. Well, actually I've still got a couple Compass contacts, because I definitely do not use them. Emoji, because you don't actually use the app. Game Center, never use that. So yeah, it just saves a little space on your phone. Pages, you can hide the page dots. As you can see, I don't know if you noticed, but down here it usually has your page dots. Although I don't even have that many pages, I just think it looks more sleek without them, so I tend to hide them. You can disable spotlight if you want. You can resize your images, so if you want them a bit bigger, you can make them bigger. If you want them smaller to fit more on the page, you can make them smaller. You can, and which I actually have, is you can increase the amount of columns and rows on your phone, which basically means you can fit more icons on the page, and you can go up to 10 columns and 8 rows. So, and vertical padding and horizontal padding is you can change the size of the gap between the icons. So as you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns, which allows me to have 6 icons across, and then I think I've got like 8 rows down or something. So yeah, it just allows you to fit way more things on the screen. Although my screen looks bare, I've got 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 icons on the screen. So that's what I love about that. Dock, you can hide the dock. You can hide the background of the dock. So if you just don't want to have icons on the bottom, when it says hide dock, it means, you know, if you just don't want to have icons on the bottom of your screen, then you hide the dock. I've used Springtomize to hide the background, and again you can resize the icons in your dock, because on the icons page anything you do on the icons, except for, I think, transparency doesn't affect your dock icon, so you have to come in here and do that. So yeah, like I said, Springtomize is just like an all-rounder tweak, really. Tiny Grid is basically enable it, and you set the custom amount of columns and rows that you want to show in your folder and the space in between the icons. So if I slide across to my folders, you can see I've only got 2 icons showing at a time. And when my icons are fully themed, it just makes for like a much neater look. And Winterboard, good old Winterboard, is needed to theme your phone. But basically you just use Winterboard to select your themes, and yeah, it just gives you the list of themes on your phone. Lovestruck theme is what came with the signals and the keyboard, and I'll link the these themers' Instagram's names below. And Valentine's is the icon themes that I'm using. And what you would do is, I'm not going to do it because then it will respring my phone, but you would press or unpress to change a theme, and then you, I think this changes from Winterboard to Respring, or Respring pops up there, you respring the phone, and then it changes your theme. And I already explained about Zeppelin. Here's some of my other tweaks. So Eye Cleaner basically just clears out the cake in your phone. So messages will clear messages. You can put it on smart to clear. I think if you do smart, it might clear like duplicate attachments and stuff like that. Clears cake in Safari, your applications, software updates, Cydia's unused dependencies, and at the bottom here you can customize files that you want it to clean. So if you put that on, it will give you the option to kind of like iPhone, browse through your phone for what folders you want it to clear the cake of. But I'm not that high tech, so I just leave that alone. And then you click clean, it will scan your phone, then come up with a pop-up to respring, and then it clears your phone. Bundle IDs is kind of a new tweak for me for iOS 8. If I click App Store, that is the bundle ID there. It says com.apple.app store for the icon. So themers now have to use that to, you know, name and theme icons. So basically why I have that on my phone, I don't actually create themes, but because I'm in the UK and a lot of themers are from the US or Asia, they don't always have the same icons I use. I'll go and grab the bundle IDs for them so that I can change the normal weather to my BBC weather and have it themed. So that's a cool tweak and easy to use. iFile that I keep banging on about basically allows you to dig deeper into your iPhone and work with the phone to enable tweaks. So I just basically use this little button down here to bookmark my, this is like the default shortcut, but I set bookmarks to default the pages I go to the most. So for example, my themes folder, when you download a theme, if you download a theme from Cydia, it will go straight to this theme folders. You don't need to come in here, you don't need to come in iFile, you just go straight to Winterboard and change the theme. However, if you're downloading a third-party theme from a themer, when you download your theme, it will come into your documents page. You have to unzip it and then cut and copy it into your themes folder, and you just click edit, and then this will be white, click paste, and it's now in your themes folder. So that's iFile. Then we have Cydia. Everyone always asks, how do I get Cydia? You cannot get Cydia unless you are jailbroken. It just comes with the Jailbreak software. And Cydia is basically the app store of the jailbreak world. Sources are kind of like mini app stores within Cydia, if you want to put it like that. So Big Boss is usually the main one, and then ones like Hack Your iPhone and Insanely are ones you can add yourself. So if you click edit in the corner and you click add, you just put the link to the source and add source. And Hack Your iPhone and Insanely basically usually offer free versions of the tweaks in big boss. Also, if you just want to search for a tweet, so like iPhone, you can search it and yeah, put it in. So that's good for if you're watching this video and you've seen a tweet you want to use, you can just use the search option to find it quickly, or if someone recommends a tweet to you or something. In my jailbreak folder, I have iBlank, and what iBlank does is it, as you said, select the number of blank icons you want and press the create icons button. So what I use iBlank for, again, if I go back into jiggle mode on this page, I have blank icons here. So if I drag one down, it's basically just another way to set your layout. So if I wanted the dock to match the setup I have now and have a blank icon there, then you could do that. Apply to font, again, I said that's how you change the fonts on your phone. So basic would just change the font as a whole. Advanced can let you change, for example, if you want a more legible font for reading iBooks, you can choose another font if you've got like a really cursive font or something, and then just apply and respring. Basically what VShare is you can search for apps. So you can search for apps in the App Store. I'm trying to think of one that's paid. I think Scrabble is a paid app. Yeah, so basically it will just give you the option to install it for free on your phone. So that is VShare. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes what's on my jailbroken iPhone. I don't think I've missed anything. If you have any questions, then like I said, comment below and I'll try my best to get back to you. Again, just to conclude, I have the iPhone 6 Plus Silver 64GB on 8.1.2, and I use the Pangu software to jailbreak, which I will link down below. Again, thank you very much for watching.